Hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. This is Priyanka Rajput from CSG Asia Pacific. Thank you for joining the CSG Coffee Talk and the SAP Business ByDesign. So today we are here with another topic, that is customer return management in SAP Business ByDesign. So before I start the session, I'll show you the agenda for today. Sorry, let me tell you. Okay, so agenda is like we will talk about the overview first of the customer return management, and then I'll show you the demo that will have followed by the pain points from the customer, the challenges, and then the key takeaways from the session, and then we will have the open discussion. All right. So customer return management. So the processing customer return business process enables us to handle customer returns to the user who is using the system. Normally, the process starts when ordered and shipped products are returned unexpectedly by the customer. So in simple terms, it's like that we bought something from a company and we want to return it. So how we are going to handle that customer return, that we will show, that I'll show you in the system. So after the inbound delivery is completed, we recognize a new return and initiate a confirmation form to be sent to the customer to inform him or her about the goods receipt. And at that point, we can check the content of the return, such as picked quantity, notes, or return references. I mean, there will be the reasons or any comments or the notes from the customer that why the product has been returned. And then after the return, there are the option to have with credit and without credit memo. Like we can refund their money or we can just do the replacement. And also we have the option to um, repair the product. All right. So without any further delay, I'll show you the demo in the system. Okay. So for the scenario of customer return, first we will have the customer return notification, which is something like that. We got the notification from them that they want to return a product. So in an inbound logistic work center, we have new customer return notification work center view. We'll go here. So I'll simply take the sales order 4174, which I created for nine quantity, and I want to, it was total 10. One of them I already returned and one more I want to return because of some reason. So first we will search with the sales order ID or whatever information we have, and then we will just select that. Go to next. Delivery notification ID is mandatory. I'll put it here. Okay. So I want to return 2, for example. I'll take 2 only. Now I also have to mention the reason for return. So it could be anything out of this, like the customer can change mind. Defective packaging is there with the product, defective parts, delivered for selection, delivered incorrectly, or missing part, or there is no reason, he just want to return it, or is it too expensive or poor quality. So here I'm taking the example of the missing parts. Now we have the follow-up activity. So how we want it to be, I mean, just want to post back to the own stock or repair at own service center. So today we are seeing the demo for the post to the own stock. I'll take this one. Repair is when they want a service expert to come to their service expert to solve it, like to work on this, so that service expert can do it on their own service center. Okay, I'll go to next. If any other information we have, we can just simply put it here. Before I finish, okay, so the system is telling inbound delivery notification is consistent. I'll finish this. Yeah. Now I'll post goods receipt. I'll go to the inbound logistic again. Inbound delivery notification. We just created a notification. It will come here. Okay. Delivery part. Delivery type is customer return. So now I will just post goods receipt. Okay. So here I'll propose the quantity that is for 2 only. Okay. Wait. And then I'll simply save and close. Now we will review and release the customer return. So we already created the customer return notification, and then we did the post goods receipt. And now we will go to the sales order, and then we will return there. Sales order work center, returns work center view. Okay, so this is the one which has been created. So my one product was for 500 US dollar. So I'm going to return 2 of them. So this is showing 1000 as amount. Now I'll click on edit. So whatever the sales order return is here, you can just select that and click on edit. So in edit, we can just add the internal comment. If there is any approval set, then we can add the approval note or whatever we have. Okay, so I can say that we have the problem with the product parts were missing. This is our notification. We are giving the reason. We'll check if everything is fine here. Okay, now I will submit this. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Now we are going to refund the money. I think something I missed there. Um, yeah. So I've submit the return. Sorry, but I missed one part. Okay, we have to release also. So depending on the given configuration for returns, the release button initiate the process to either create the invoice item directly or on approval task for the responsible manager to do so. So I'll click on release. So here we can see that we have two options. So we are going to return this with the credit memo or without the credit memo. So the credit memo is something where we are going to return the money the customer had paid for that product. And without the credit memo, when we have to make the gross amount return as zero, and we have to give the replacement of the product. In case of the reason where the product, there's an issue with the product in that case. So today we are seeing the example of the with credit memo. All right. So now with this, there will be the invoice request created for this because we are going to pay back to that customer. when we have taken the product back. I'll go to customer invoicing, invoice request. Yeah, so this is the one. Now I can simply invoice this to the customer back. Okay, everything is fine here. I'll release. Yeah, this is done. Now we can see the journal entry for this. Okay, so everything is coming here, like what was the problem with the return, the problem with the product part were missing. So here we can see that how the journal entry takes place. Okay, now so you want to know that with a specific customer, how many returns you have, what is the reason for returns, and how you can improve the quality. So in that case, you can check the report for the same. In the sales order work center, reports. There are the reports name as one is the customer return volume. This report shows the volume of customer returns in reporting currency for net and invoice values. So this report will show the customer return value with a specific sales order. And then we have one more, sales order returns rate. Here we can check the return rate. So I'll just, this one will show the return rates sales order and allows you to monitor the quality of products and performance of sales personnel. This way we can know that who was the sales personnel for that, the employee responsible for that particular sales order, and why were there were the returns and what was the reason. So basis on that, the the supplier can work on this, the quality of the products. Yeah. So this is showing me the example of Apollo Hospital only, which we just saw the sales order for. So here, okay. So return item were 2, and then the reason also here. Percentage of return items from sales order item, that is 200%, because there were total 10, out of that 2 are showing, I mean the how many were returns from there. Return quantities 3, because 1 I tested already, that's why it's showing 3. 2 is today. So this is giving me the overall return for this particular customer. 15% return, because that is the percent of return quantity from sales order quantities. That is 3:10. That's why it's showing me 15%. Then there's the value, like how many return net value has been already returned. So this is how this report will show the return rate. We can do some more changes here. If we have, we can take the product also. So this will take just one only, because this was the case of one product. Yeah, it was liquid coolant that we tested for. Yeah, it's showing like this, that this was the product. Another one is here, customer return volume. Let me take some of them. Okay, account is here. So this is giving me the data where I'm taking the specific customer, like for whom the return has been taken place. So these are showing me two entries. One is from yesterday and one is from today. So I can see who is the employer responsible and what is the net value of the return. Let me check if the reason of return is here. Yeah, reason of return is here. Yeah, reason of return is also showing here. So this is how we can just check the customer return value volume here. Okay. So earlier there was the key points. So the question which usually come from the customer end, that how they can manage the products that are returned by the customer, and how the return created for credit replacement repair in the system, and how to collaborate between warehouse and sales or customer service, and how does creation of credit memo works. So this is all we saw today. Then after a demo, you can come to this conclusion for the key takeaways. This SAP Business ByDesign supports the entire customer return management cycle from shipping notification to credit memo-based payments. That's what we saw today. Process. There's also option to the process the inbound delivery of physical goods returned by a customer for a replacement, a credit for the returned goods. Using return sales rate report that show the return rate for each month helps you to monitor quality levels. Yeah, we just saw that report. In that case, we can just work on monitor on the quality levels. Then quality can be improved by identifying the reason for return. So now I know the reason for return right now with my product is missing parts. Next time when I'll deliver the product to my customer, I'll make sure that nothing like this happen again. Because when you deliver the product and then you take the return back, then it will take a lot of time. So better to work on uh, the 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 wrong part. Like if everything is anything is wrong, then we can just work on that in the future. This is a good thing. All right, so this is it with my session. Now we can have the open discussion.
Yeah, Priyanka, I think this is good, the agenda to explain the strong, the good point of the SAP by design.
Yes.
So can you go back to the system? I need to check the data flow, document flow. Actually,
Oh yeah, sure.
this is very hectic processes when the customer return the product, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I think data flow will make the customers easy to understand where they are.
Yeah.
And the other one is the from the sales volume report for specific customers. So which one is ordered, which one is returned. We need to see the very simple the report to see the overall the error grants.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So first there was the sales order started, and then it just gave the customer invoice. This is like we have delivered the product to the customer. Then there was the wait. So then there was the customer return invoice request. These are showing two because I had tested two of them. I think this flow is simply showing that what has happened with the customer return, and then we created the customer invoice for that.
Yes, I can see the 72, the customer return.
Yes, this one.
Right, yeah, that's right. Yes, and then we had a reverse the invoicing and clearing. Okay, that's good.
Credit memo, and then there was the clearing on the same too. Everything is happening. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. And then can you go back to the sales order volume report?
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait.
the customer name is the Apollo Hospital.
Customer return volume, right?
Oh no, customer volume, sales volume. Sorry, sales volume. Yeah, sales order volume. Sorry.
So we have customer return volume and then we have a sales order return rate. These two.
Okay, so the for a manager, let's say the weekly basis, monthly basis, the sales teams want to check what is the my sales volume, and out of that, what is the how much percentage of the return volume? That's the net sales volume for the specific salesperson. So this kind of the statistics can be possible from the sales order volume. So yes, can you click this? Yeah. Sales order volume. Yeah, you can click the customer name is Apollo Hospital.
Okay.
I need to see that this report is now showing the return also.
Yeah, let me check that.
Okay, in the view, can you include the return if there is the return is available?
No, that is not coming here.
Okay. Okay, can you go to the right? And then the add field.
Okay.
Oh.
Sales
No.
order volume report. It only show the value in all sales order. The
Okay.
net value, it is not showing us anything with.
Mm.
Actually, this report is here where it is coming on the basis of sales order quantities. It will just tell us the percentage, but exact sales order is not coming. Let me check if something. No data is coming here. No.
Okay. Yeah, this is separate report.
Yeah, but based on the requirement from the customer, we can work on this. We can combine the report and then we can show that the final result with the same. I got your question. You want to see that if there's a sales order, then how many returns on that sales order happen? What is the net volume on the basis of that?
That's right. That's right. So in this sense, we don't have those combined report in the standard.
Yeah, not as in standard.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. So, but however, we can do in any project, we can make a joint report all together.
Yeah.
So, and the other one is the good point is Priyanka, you touched very the important point, which is the we can analyze how many returns, why, which factors is now make the customer return the product. Right. This is really good. The processes to improve the customer's quality.
That's right.
I think the ByDesign is such a nice the functionality and all the figures to provide all the report.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
Priyanka, this is Arun. I have one question for this.
Yeah.
Is there any additional feature Korean customers usually want for in this area?
What exactly the additional feature you'd like to see?
Oh, no. I mean, usually Korea customers want. Yeah, I wonder, is there was additional feature in this section for their kind of a business? That's my question.
I'm sorry, Arun, but I didn't get it. Okay,
yes,
Kevin.
Arun, I think according to me, replacement is more popular instead of the credit memo. So So what usually customer want, they want to actually replace the product. If you have already dispatched the defected product, then they want to replace the product without, let's say, any charge or anything, so that company can maintain the goodwill in that case.
Yes, that's right. On top of the Hari's comment, my observation from the customer, such as the DD Solar, every product is subject to potentially to return, right? So the customer normally want to how I can manage my the return the figure status at the end of the month. How many product, which customer, why, how much volumes, how I can make the invoice, which is create memo. So these are the very, very hectic process to everybody. So I think local systems is very, very hard to provide all things at the same time. But ByDesign can do everything without any custom development by itself. This is great feature.
Okay, yeah, I'm always very appreciated to Priyanka to prepare this presentation. I think she dedicated a lot of time and effort for presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. I thought if we can add additional feature or some commentable features that usually Korean customers want, that would be the better. Yeah, that was my thoughts. Yeah, so I asked that. Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great comment. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, then thank you everyone for joining this session. And with the replacement one also, we can have another session where we can talk about that. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. I'll see you next week then. Bye.
Okay. Your voice is great.
Thank you.
Mike is great.
Yeah, I changed my mic. Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yes.